Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing my new and beauty video for March. This is where I show you everything that I received in PR over the course of the month. I get to go over all new beauty releases, swatch it, play around, and just have fun diving into all these new releases. So if you haven't watched one of my PR hauls before, I do try to use everything that comes in prior to showing you. There's some things that just came in the previous week that I wouldn't have had a chance to try, but for the most part, I do like to have an opinion on some of the things that I'm going to show you, and also swatches so that it makes it kind of worthwhile to see these videos and just see what's new out there. So everything has been sent complimentary of these companies. We don't have that much this month, so it shouldn't be too long, but without further ado, let's dive in and check out all things new in beauty. I made it a point to try and test a lot of these products out in actual tutorials this month, and if you guys like those kind of videos, definitely let me know in the comments. I think they're really helpful to show you the products in action and just kind of come up with all these different kind of looks using new makeup, and I really enjoyed it personally. And this was one of the things that took me by surprise, because when I was watching other people review it, I'm like, I don't think I'm going to actually like it that much. And it's a new foundation, which you guys know I love, and it is from Makeup Forever. It is their Reboot Foundation, and it's supposed to brighten, smooth, firm, hydrate, and even out your skin tone. And I got mine in the shade Y315, which is light for me right now, but this is my natural skin tone, and I was surprised because I found it did run a little bit light. Usually I can have somewhat of a tan with Y315, but this is my natural skin tone, matches me perfectly, and it's a lighter coverage foundation. So if you're looking for something just with a little bit of coverage, it can build up to maybe a medium, but it's still pretty light in my opinion. You can see it in action in my one tutorial, but I think it's so pretty. Normally when I do a full face of makeup with eyeshadow, the lips, the whole 9 yards, I usually like full coverage, but I looked glam, but just naturally glam with this foundation. So I feel confident wearing a full face of makeup in terms of eyes and lips with this light coverage foundation, which is totally odd for me because usually I wouldn't want to do that, but I have been enjoying it. I don't think it has the best wear time in my opinion, so you definitely need to do something to prolong it. For this, I don't like putting powder because I feel like it defeats the purpose of the beautiful finish. So that's kind of my experience with the foundation, but I feel like they don't have as much of a shade range, which shocked me when initially I saw it, but I do feel like since it is so sheer, it can match a variety of skin tones. But for me, it has been a hit, and I really enjoyed it. And it took me by surprise, because honestly, when I was seeing others use it, I'm like, I'm probably not going to like that foundation. But I really do. Then Maybelline sent over a mascara. This came to my house probably a few days after I bought it, which was so funny. So I've already purchased this mascara. It's falling out of its little house. And it is the Maybelline the Falsies Lash Lift Mascara. One of my subscribers put me onto this mascara, and it's in a favorites video. You would have seen that already. That would have went up on Thursday, and you're seeing this on Sunday. Favorite mascara of mine. It is so good for everyday wear when I'm not putting on falsies for videos. It really makes my lashes bigger and keeps them lifted, which I love. So the formula has been working out. It has the perfect brush. Let me show you. It has a hourglass shape brush on it, so it really cups your lashes and allows it to really coat them and lift them. So I have been absolutely loving this. If you're looking to check out a new mascara, I check out this one first. And then Maybelline sent over one more thing, and I haven't had a chance to try it yet myself because the shades are much too light, so I'm going to need to pick up a new shade, but I still wanted to show you guys in this video anyways. Even for when I'm my natural skin tone, this is just much too light. So they sent over the Dream Radiant Liquid Hydrating Foundation, and this has hyaluronic acid and collagen in it, and it just seemed like a really awesome foundation to me. This was one that I've been eyeing for quite some time. If you have tried this foundation, let me know in the comment section below, because this for me is one that I'm personally really excited for, and I was gonna pick it up anyways. It just happened to come to my house recently and not in the right shade, but that's okay. I'm still going out to get my shade, but still let me know how you like it. And if you want to see it in a video, because I'll do that in my next full face of makeup. I'll use that foundation. One of my favorite skincare companies sent over their new cleanser, and this is from Ren. And I love Ren. Their Evercalm line is a holy grail staple in my skincare routine. I swear by that line for my skin because I have sensitive skin and it works for me. So this is the Clean Jelly Oil Cleanser, and it's supposed to remove makeup, SPF, and pollution. I haven't had a chance to try this, but I was going to use this in my shower once I'm finished with my other Ren one, which is so close to being done, which I'll throw in an empties. But this will be a shower cleanser for me because I do still use my CeraVe. That's my everyday. And then I just have like a random cleanser to try in the shower. So I can't wait to try this one. I love oil cleansers. I usually do a double cleanse at night to do the oil first, then my CeraVe. I'm thinking maybe this can do a single cleanse because it's that oil consistency. Jelly oil. Still curious to try this out, but if you've tried this, let me know. Next we have a package from ZOEVA. This was another collection release that I was excited for, and I have used these already. The first thing is their 146 Concealer Perfector brush. It's dirty because I've been using it so much, but I feel like this is honestly the perfect shape for a concealer brush. It looks like that Pat McGrath one that just released as well. So this is just so good for the under eye and just blending out the concealer, which I am using the new ZOEVA concealer today as well. It's called the Authentic Skin Perfector Retouch Concealer. This is what the unicarton looks like, and this is what the concealer looks like. I actually mixed two shades because I should have just went with the one that I picked as my everyday shade. So I used 130 for real, and then I went in with 70 creditable. This concealer is super creamy and just looks radiant and moisturizing. It just has an impeccable formula. As I said, I'm wearing it today, and it blended out so nicely, and it just looks hydrating and juicy. That's all I can say about it. It had such a great consistency to it. Super easy to blend out, good coverage. So I do want to test this out more, but I have been really enjoying it myself as of right now. And then they also came out with 3 of these multi-use face powders, which I consider just to be highlights. This one reminds me so much of Fenty Trophy Wife. It's just stunning. Look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. So these have a lot of glitter to them, like insane. This isn't going to be for the faint at heart. If you like a really intense glittery finish, you will like these, but they do have a ton of glitter, super impactful, high shine. This one is in Surreal, which I feel like a lot of people are going to enjoy, like a rose gold shade. This one is like the perfect eyeshadow in my opinion. It just gives that wet look, and it's such a beautiful color. And then lastly, my least favorite, but still beautiful, is Supreme. It looks like this. I just find it not as wearable as the other, so that's the only reason why I'm not as big of a fan of this one. This one doesn't have the glitter as the other ones do. So you can see it's a little bit flatter. Still beautiful. I think for that one, I would just do like a light wash on my cheeks. That's the only thing I would use that for, but the other ones I'd use for highlight, eyeshadow. They just have the most beautiful sheen to them, and definitely not for the faint of heart because they have that sparkle, so it's just gonna really make you glow. Usually I do Avon last, but honestly, this just took me off guard, and it was super cool because I love this skincare company too. This skincare company and Ren, along with my CeraVe, my top 3 for me personally. Avon now sells Belif, which is so cool. So if you are into Avon and make purchases, they have Belif there, and they have one of my favorite moisturizers of all time. If I were to pick a high-end moisturizer, just one, it would be this one. They have the Aqua Bomb and the Moisture Bomb. One is more of a gel geared towards oily skin, and then one is for normal to dry like myself. So we have the Aqua Bomb, and the one that I personally use is the True Cream Moisturizing Balm. This claims to retain moisture for up to 26 hours, and when I use this, my face stays moisturized. I don't feel dry when I use this. I ran out and I was using my CeraVe, which is good. It's lighter in consistency, but if I really need some hydration, the Belif, amazing. I just got this in the mail yesterday, so I haven't had a chance to use it. I was gonna wash my hair tonight. That's why it slicked back today, and I was gonna use it then. So I should have a little bit of an opinion by the time this video goes up because I still have to edit it and I'll have a chance to use it. So this is the L'Oreal Paris Hair Expertise 8-Second Wonder Water. This is what the bottle looks like. And the pictures of this, the before and afters, just look so good. Like, I cannot wait to put this in my hair. I'll keep you guys updated on how this works for me. For the first time, I got some products from FENTY. They sent me some of their eyeshadow palettes, which I have used, and then one of their fly pencils, which I used in a tutorial as well. So this is the black one that they sent over, and it worked out really well for me. No complaints. I think the packaging is super cool, and I love how it twists up. And just the packaging is really nice. I like the kind of almost triangular shape of it. It's just really easy to hold. And then for their eyeshadow palettes, I have purchased a couple of these myself, so I have used them. And the two that I have used are the Rose and No. 7 Cadet, which they also sent me here. So I have a backup for a giveaway. So I've done a really cool look using this palette. This is No. 7 Cadet. This was probably the one that caught my eye the most unique, and I'll put up the photo that I did with it, and you guys really liked it. I'm still thinking if I should film a tutorial for that look or just do something on IGTV, because you guys really liked it. It was different for me, and I honestly wasn't gonna post the photo at first because I'm like, I don't know. It was so different, like the color scheme for me, but I have been enjoying these palettes, and I really like the two that I picked up previous. I still need to use the ones that they sent me that are new, but no complaints there. I love how compact they are, and they can just snap together, and you can kind of mix and match if you decide to purchase more, but I think it's a super convenient way how they snap together. FENTY does the best packaging. Like, it's so cool and so innovative. I just love it. I'm a fan. I'm always personally the most excited for FENTY Beauty and what they're releasing next, because they are always doing something new that we've never seen. So very excited to receive some FENTY this month. And then KENZO came out with a new flower fragrance. So Flower by KENZO. This is the Poppy Bouquet. These are iconic bottles. You've probably seen these before, but for me, I've never found one of these fragrances that I actually really like. I'm not sure what it is. They're just not for me. So this is what the packaging looks like. It's not a terrible fragrance by any means. It's just, I don't know, there's always something about these ones that I just don't care for. So I'm going to be giving this away, and I need to declutter the other one that I also have. A certain note in it that it's not for me. I'm not sure why, and I can't even pinpoint what it is, but I've never found one that I truly like. Let me know if there's one that you think I would like, because you guys tend to know my fragrance preferences. I think there's like a spiciness in it that I'm just not a fan of. I'm like smelling it in the air. I'm not sure, but I'll pass it on to someone who would like it. And then every month, L'Oreal sends over their Luxe box instead of a bunch of different mailers, keeping in mind the environment, and then everything is recyclable in here. They send over a bunch of brands that fall in their luxury category. So we have YSL, Urban Decay, KERASTASE, KIEHLS, IT Cosmetics, Lancome, BIOTHERM. Honestly, it's like my favorite day of the month when I get this, because I'm like, ooh, what do we get in the box? Starting out with a hit and miss, Urban Decay sent over in this box their All-Nighter Ultra Matte, which, if you watch my testing new makeup, was a complete fail. You'll have to go over and see. It's just not for me. I explain it more so there. I'm not going to go into it now, but I would just, if you're only watching this video, just pass on that. Don't even go there. And then I also was so excited for this, and this pleased me. This is the All-Nighter Face Primer, and I'm wearing that today on my skin, and it's supposed to really help grip and smooth your foundation, and I just feel like my face looks super smooth when I use this, and it just makes things last longer. Because you know how I was talking about that Makeup Forever foundation and how I don't think it lasts that well on its own? When I pair it with this, it's beautiful. So I have been really enjoying this primer. And then KIEHLS sent over their Ultra Facial Cream. They've sent this before. Again, this is another go-to facial cream, and this one specifically I like to apply to my face just before makeup. I think it makes the perfect priming base, very moisturizing. So if you're dry and you just need your skin to really soak in some moisture prior to makeup, this is a great one. I got that tip from a bunch of makeup artists. They swear by the KIEHLS Ultra Facial Cream, and I've been doing that for myself, or if I'm doing one of my friends or family's makeup who is super dry, this is what I'll put on their face prior. And I've purchased this myself. Like, I've gone through many of these, so I'm so happy to have a backup. And then IT Cosmetics has a couple creams. We have the Silk Transforming Pillow Cream, and then their Confidence in a Cream Transforming Moisturizing Super Cream. I haven't tried the pillow cream before, but I have used the Confidence in a Cream, and it's really nice. It's super thick. Skincare is one of those hard things, if I receive in PR, that I can't use and talk about as much unless I've used it in full, like the KIEHLS, because you need to test those things out for more than just like a single use, unless it's something like this, which you totally contradicted yourself. This is a face mask, which I have yet to use, but I haven't had a chance to do a face mask in a while. I've been really busy, so I need a pamper sesh for sure. So I need to set this aside, maybe while I wash my hair and do a little face mask tonight if I have time. So this is a double wrapping cream mask, and you can see it has the 2 sheets that you can use. It's a one-time use thing, but I'm very excited for this. Hydration, firming, radiance, long-lasting hydration. Sign me up. Then we have the KERASTASE Discipline Control Emotion Oil for voluminous and unruly hair. I use their Chronologies hair oil and swear by that. That whole line. I love the smell of it, how it makes my hair look. I am a huge KERASTASE lover myself. I have not tried this one, but their Chronologies line, it's pricey, but if you're on the market and have the budget, I would definitely recommend trying it at least once. Then YSL sent over their Black Opium Eau de Parfum Neon Vaporizer, little spray. I love the original Black Opium. And then they sent over a few of their Rouge Volupté Rock and Shines. And these are the most stunning packaging and so cool. Before, they came out with these lipsticks that had these hearts in the center. And these have stars, which is the coolest thing ever. They always are coming out with the most beautiful packaging. Like, look at that lid. And then you can see that the star in the middle has a little bit of sparkle in it. So it has the color and just that center. It's just so cool. I thought this was a really beautiful launch personally. So this is the one I've been wearing, and it is number 10. I've already discarded the box though. It's just a beautiful pink shade. I honestly don't notice too much of the center sparkle when I do wear it. It just looks super glossy and like a beautiful color. It's more so like an aesthetic thing, I feel, for this, rather than a functional one. Really cool if you're a collector of makeup like myself. I think picking up one would be sufficient. Lancome also came out with this beautiful lipstick for Valentine's Day, which I was also using. I'll have to find it. I just remembered it was in this box because I've been using that. That is like the ultimate color for Valentine's Day. And then BIOTHERM sent over their Life Plankton Elixir. And I've talked about the Life Plankton line from BIOTHERM for a very long time. Their Essence water I love. It is so good. Essence waters help other products penetrate the skin, and just the whole Life Plankton formula works for my skin. It's one of those things that my skin is sensitive, it's also dry, and a lot of products don't work for me. And the Life Plankton line specifically works for my skin. So not everything I've tried, but definitely the Life Plankton line has really worked out for me. So that was everything in the Luxe box for the month. Really amazing this month. Then NARS released their Afterglow collection. I also used these in a tutorial, and they came out with more of their lip balms. Fast Lane is currently in my purse. The outer packaging matches the color. This is Dolce Vita. Beautiful everyday shade. I love these balms. They're super moisturizing, add a hint of color, just perfect like in your purse type of colors when you want that moisture but also a little bit of color. Here is the Afterglow cheek palette, and using this, I think if you're looking for product that pairs beautifully with lighter coverage foundations, I think this is the way to go, because sometimes certain formulas, gelée highlights, those are good for if you like to wear a lot of makeup because they're super high impact. But if you want something light and natural and soft, this is what I think would work perfectly if you like more lighter coverage skin days, tinted moisturizer type of feel. This is what I've been reaching for those days, because I think the formula pairs nicely for that, because not every day I want to be caked in a ton of makeup, and that formula just works nicely for the everyday kind of makeup I wear. And then they have the Afterglow eyeshadow palette, which worked out really nicely for me. Apart from this shade had this random chunk of glitter in it, so it's a little bit chunky. I still think you can make it work, and I wouldn't say to pass on it because of the issue that I had with that. It made the most beautiful look. I felt like a bee. I don't know how to explain it. Like, I felt like a honeybee. Is that something you want to feel like? I don't know. But I just really enjoyed the palette. The Wanted palette from NARS, which was one of the first that had this kind of setup, is still one of my favorite palettes to date. I was pulling palettes for a video that I never filmed, like a top 10 palette, and that was one of my top 10. You know, here now. I just really like these palettes from NARS. I personally think they're really great formula, good deal. Like, NARS shadows individually are expensive. So when you can get it in a palette like this and you like the color scheme, I say go for it, because I really personally like the formula of NARS shadows. I think their palettes are super beautiful, and I'm always a fan. And then the last thing from Urban Decay, they don't have anything new in here, so I'm not going to share everything, but I'm going to set some stuff aside for a giveaway, because I just thought this was so kind, because I do have a bunch of holy grail items from Urban Decay, their brow blade and their foundation. Those are two things. If I could pick one for those categories, that's what I'd be picking, which is just genuinely what I love. And they just send over this really sweet card. They thank me for always reviewing their products and giving my opinion, which they value. So they appreciate my feedback, always give my honest opinion. I just really appreciate Urban Decay. Even if something doesn't work out for me, they just value that feedback. So I just thought it was so kind that they replenished the things that they knew I liked. So I got another one of the foundations in here. And then they also gave some things that I already have, so I'm going to be setting them aside for giveaway. But they have the original all-nighter spray in here, the foundation. They sent over a makeup palette, which I'm going to set aside for a giveaway. A couple of their heavy metal glitter liners, which they wouldn't even seen the video I did when I was talking about old makeup that just wows me. And these were in there, so these are going to be in a giveaway too. I've never tried this though, so this is what caught my eye. They have a couple eyeliners, brow product, and primer potion, which I'm going to put with the palette, but I want to try this myself. So this is the all-nighter long-wear mattifying weightless waterproof setting powder, and the packaging reminds me of the MAC Alluring Aquatic collection, because it has those rain droplets on it, which I'm just so in love with. It's like nostalgic MAC vibes. That was one of my favorite packagings ever. So I just think it's so beautiful. I love the texture. So just for that alone, I like it. And I haven't tried this yet. So I think this just kind of locks everything down and makes everything waterproof. I'll have to read about it, but I definitely want to test that out in full. And it was just so kind that they sent over a bag of my favorites plus some things to try out, and just that kind note, which I'm going to be keeping forever, which means more to me than the products. I just so appreciate a company that values my opinion, and I can say good or bad things and they'll still support me regardless, because some companies, you talk badly about their products and they take you off their PR list. It's happened to me before. So my last thing I do actually have is from Avon. It was like holding up my tower of stuff. And they came out with some new hair products. And this is the Propoli Thera line, which I'm probably butchering. I love the packaging. Honeycomb. I'm just in a bee vibe, I don't know. And they have these pumps that go into the top so that you don't have to just like scoop everything out. They did come with pumps. I haven't set those up yet though. But we have a shampoo, a conditioner, and a hair mask, which I love hair masks. But I'm going to be trying that L'Oreal one out first. But they do have some new stuff. If you're into it, definitely check it out when you're off to buy the Belif from Avon now, which is great. That is everything for my new and beauty video for March. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. found some new products that you want to check out, and I hope you guys appreciate me using as much as I can prior to these videos and giving you reviews in them. I find it helpful, or at the very least swatching what I can. Some really great things in here, some things that made it into my favorites, which is always a good thing, and some things I'm really excited to try, like washing my hair shortly after this video. I want to do that. If there's anything specifically in this video that you guys are curious for a further review or want to see in a future video, leave it down below and I will definitely set that aside for that, because I value what you guys want to see and I always go off of your suggestions and recommendations. You guys lead the way of the channel, and if you want to keep watching those tutorials featuring new stuff, I'll definitely keep those up too. Just let me know. And that's gonna be it. That's officially it. Let's cut it. We're done. So that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so. I would love for you to stay. Like the video if you enjoy PR hauls, and that's gonna be it. See you guys in my next video.